At what point does caring about someone turn into caring too much about someone? What's up guys, it's me Lori. So this week you might have seen on social media that everyone was concerned about this one YouTuber, Marina Joyce, for various reasons that I'm not going to rehash in this video. But what I found was interesting about it was seeing all these tweets in my timeline and everything of her fans and also people who didn't even know who she was being really concerned for her well-being and sort of like calling the police, wanting to know what was going on, and a general sense of desperation for making sure she was okay. I know that all of those feelings come from a good place and that a lot of people are genuinely concerned about her, but I was also a little bit disturbed at the sort of level of invasiveness that those tweets suggested. Hear me out. I think as people, we want the best for our loved ones, obviously, and for people we care about even if we don't really know them. And the natural tendency is to think, well, I know what's best for this person. I want this person to take my advice, listen to it, and also follow it, or I want this person to sort of ask me for help and I want to be the person to help this person, right? And while that is usually well-intentioned, it's a little bit selfish, because when you take ownership over another person's well-being and you feel that you personally should be responsible for it, it becomes less about wanting the best for that person and more about wanting to be responsible for giving the best to that person. This doesn't just happen with celebrities and YouTubers and stuff like that. For example, I'm one of those people who really wants the best for my friends and family, and when I see that I can maybe help them by giving them some good advice, when I was younger I thought, well, I'm giving you this great advice, why don't you just take it? Like, why don't you act on it or whatever? And it would frustrate me when they didn't listen. But what I sort of grew up to realize is that just because you give someone advice doesn't mean that it's on you to have them follow it, or it's not your job to sort of save them from themselves. First of all, you might be giving advice or showing concern with the best of intentions, but that doesn't mean you really know what's going on in that person's life or in their head. You don't know what they really want. Sometimes what people want isn't what you think is best for them, and in that case you really just have to let them go, and the best you can do is just share your opinion, check in on them, make sure you're there from them if they ever do seek your help, but you have to take a step back. And I think that this was a case where there's feeling concern for someone and hoping for the best, and then there's sort of being deluded enough to think that you have to be the one to call the police and save her. Obviously, if she was really in danger, it's great that the police did go to her house and check on her. The thing is, they did, and people still sort of worked themselves into a craze thinking that there was something more to it, and it's almost like they wanted something to be happening to her. And that, I think, gets into this tricky psychological situation where people almost were caught up in the drama and wanted to be part of this narrative, and that becomes something so much bigger than just plain concern for another person. The people who can help this girl if she needs help are the people who are around her, her parents, her friends. And though she definitely for sure has a connection with her fans, and it's understandable, I mean, this is YouTube, you know, we're all talking to each other, we're a community and everything, it's really not on fans to save a person. It's not on anyone. I guess what I'm trying to say is that in general in life, we have to learn that there's only so much we can do, and we can only try our best when it comes to helping other people, like offering advice when it's asked for, being there for people when they seek us out, and not forcing our point of view or our version of events or our best advice down someone's throat, and not projecting our feelings onto other people. It takes a lot of practice, and it takes a little bit of stepping back to realize when maybe you're too involved in another person's well-being, and you have to just let them discover it for themselves. You know, you could be right, or you could be wrong, and that doesn't really matter, because ultimately it's not about you, it's about that person. And when something bad happens to a person, even if that person is really close to us and even if we cherish that person, we can't be the ones to shoulder the responsibility for either causing it or for picking up the pieces afterwards. And I hope you guys don't take that to mean that I'm advocating not caring about anyone or never being concerned about anyone. I just think that we should all sort of keep our concern in check sometimes and respect people's ability to take care of themselves. And even when we doubt their ability to take care of themselves, we have to respect their right to live through their problems on their own and to realize whatever it is they need to do to get to where they want to be, not where we want them to be. So that's just my short message for today. And also I want to announce the winners of the giveaway of the iTunes cards that I mentioned a couple weeks ago. I'm going to post all of your comments here to show you who won. I'll be sending you a message soon to ask for your address so I can mail the iTunes card to you. Thanks so much for entering, and also thanks so much to all of you for subscribing and watching and commenting. I really love hearing from you, and I hope you will comment on this video as well to let me know what you think about the whole Marina Joyce situation, and also just in general about people sort of getting so concerned about celebrities or just their friends. I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.